read my signals. So we have the high-level portfolio allocations here, basically just showing you which of the different strategies that my money has been divided between. At the moment, you can see that most of my money is in the conservative strategy, 15% is in the experimental strategy, and 10% is in small and speculative holdings. I recommend that you guys follow the conservative strategy. That's why it's here as recommended. However, if you want to follow the experimental strategy, I cannot stop you. It performs higher than the conservative strategy. However, I do not know if the subcomponents are still stable. It's quite new, so play that with a bit of caution. And the small speculative holdings are just long-only bags that I don't manage actively. Both of these strategies, these conservative strategy and experimental strategy, they are active strategies, so they're being actively managed. And yeah, this same type of format is going to change a lot, so this video is no substitute for you guys using your brain and actually thinking. But yeah, and I guess the only other thing to cover is the signals here. So you see we have spot holdings in the top and futures holdings down here through the bottom. Those will go short at some point in the future, and these ones will go into cash up here. Okay, the next thing we need to cover is how to divide between the different components in the portfolio. So this is going to require some maths. Unfortunately, you're going to need to learn a little bit of maths if you want to become a millionaire, because money is the language of numbers, and numbers is the language of money, and vice versa. So you're going to have to get used to it. Bust out a calculator and take the amount of money that you want to put into your portfolio and then multiply it by 0.75, and that will give you the amount of money that you put into the conservative strategy. Multiply the portfolio amount by 0.15, and that will give you the amount that put into the experimental strategy. Take the portfolio amount and multiply it by 0.1, and that will give you the amount that you put into the small speculative holdings. It's worth noting that the remainder will equal 0.1 anyway, so you won't need to do this calculation, but you can if you feel like it. And then you repeat this process for each part of the portfolio. So, for example, in the swing strategy, you've now calculated how much you are putting into the conservative strategy, and that's going to be coming down here. And then from that amount that you're committing to the conservative strategy, you multiply that amount by 0.392 and 0.444. And that gives you the two allocations for Bitcoin and Ethereum. The remainder will be cash. Continue this same process for both the experimental strategy and the small speculative holdings, and before you know it, you'll have all of the correct dollar amount allocations for all the different sections of the portfolio.